to make it onto the scoreboard. After 90 minutes of play, the Jaguars remained scoreless. Here's a recap with Isani Cayetano.
The Canucks have successfully taken Game 1 of a home and away series against the Jaguars at BMO Field in Toronto this evening. A decisive 3-0 victory places the Canadian national team ahead of Belize in the third round of World Cup qualifiers. We begin with the first goal scored by veteran midfielder Will Johnson at the 25th minute of regulation time. He goes deep inside the end zone where goalkeeper Woodrow West does his best to deflect the deadly attempt. But West can only do so much to thwart the inevitable. Despite playing a somewhat solid defensive game, the first half saw the Canucks attacking the goal viciously on a majority of their possessions. Returning in the second half, Johnson would once again unload on the Jaguars, scoring a second goal in the 64th minute of play. Where were the Jaguars, and why were they not as offensive in their possession of the ball? That's a question they will have to answer upon returning to Belize for Tuesday's home game. Of a total of 35 possessions and attempts, the Canadians were able to convert 3 times, the third goal being scored at the 90th minute. The Canucks took 6 unsuccessful corner kicks, while the Jaguars remained scoreless. Game 2 is set for Tuesday, September 8th at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan, where Belize is in dire need of scoring a minimum of 3 goals against Canada before going to extra time and penalties in order to advance.
This past Wednesday, all eyes were on the fourth